Hello, guys. Thank you very much for joining in. Hi, this is Ganesh Nayak. I help finance professionals and students to excel in their career and become a better version. And today I'm back with one of the students' interview where he's going to be talking about his experience of clearing FRM Level 2 in the November 2022 attempt. Again, we are doing all of these videos because a lot of students they prepare on their own. If they have not cleared the exam, they need change in their strategy, guidances, and all. So all of these interviews will help them to prepare better for the exam and clear the exam. With this, let us start with the discussion. Harsh, thank you very much for taking out time and talking to us. And this is the second interview that you're doing. So last year,
Yeah.
November 2021, you cleared FRM level 1. In January, the result were out. You did the interview for level 1. And now let us talk about what happened. What was first of all, what are the quartiles, if you remember, for level 1? And then give us a brief background that when you started your preparation for level 2, what were you doing? And then how did you start?
So my quartiles for level one were 1, 1, 3, 1. I had scored a little less in quantitative analysis. And
Okay.
after uh, giving the exam level one, I had start. I had called you that what should I do for the level two, and we started and I joined your class. And I just bought some books and I was starting to do. I was little slow earlier for the starting time, but I've speed up in I think so in March and April. I started to do
Okay.
it properly.
Okay. So from March and April, how much time you were giving on a daily basis to prepare?
4 to 6 hours a day. Four
Okay.
to
And
six hours.
you're not working. You're not working currently, right?
No, no.
Okay.
I wanted to give one attempt without working because I have heard that give working and simultaneously giving this exam was quite difficult. I wanted to take a chance by giving the first attempt without going for a job.
Okay. Got
If
it.
I would not have cleared, then I would have given with the job.
Okay. Got it. Got it. Now, what was the order of your preparation? How you started your preparation in terms of books?
So I started with market risk first because I was
Mhm.
feeling that market risk was quite difficult for me because I was not able to understand the concepts of the VAR and correlation, copulas, and because they have just given basic models, or you can say the hard copy of the models in the book, which is very technical. Only a technical person would be able to understand those concepts. So, a
Okay.
student or a person like me would not be able to quickly grasp those concepts. So, I thought let's try with market risk first,
Mhm.
then credit risk. Credit risk was quite normal. You can handle it if you have that experience of level one. Operational book was too much, or we can say very lengthy. It was easy. It was not like it was hard, but it was very much lengthy. So I would require at least 2 to 3 times a reading, or four, you can say.
Okay.
And liquidity was also fine. You can manage. But market risk concepts were difficult to grasp.
So you started with market risk. Then you went from there
Yeah. From
to
there, I
which book?
started credit risk,
Mhm.
afterwards liquidity, then investment bank, I mean investment risk, and
Investment
after that
management, yeah.
last operations. Yeah.
And then the current
And
issues.
current issues was fun. Current issues was fine. You can handle it. You can do it. It was not that hard.
Okay. And then when you were so you when you prepared, did you started solving immediately or you were just watching the videos, going through the content like that?
I was just going through the content and watching videos. I started solving the question bank I think so from July onwards or mid June.
Okay.
Before that I was just reading and trying to grasp as much as I was able to do it.
Got it. Got it. Now, what is happening with respect to the question solving? So when you were solving the question again, you're still finding that market risk is tough for you?
Yeah, I was finding market risk tough because when I was solving, I wasn't able to solve the sum properly. And in the end of the day, I used to just do the simultaneously tick. Okay, I think so. I
Okay,
guesswork. We can say that I was doing the guesswork. I wasn't sure that yeah, this is the answer. You have to do it like that.
okay,
I wasn't
okay.
that sure.
And then, so when you were solving the question bank, okay, you were also doing the revision simultaneously of those
Yeah,
chapters. Whatever?
yeah,
Okay,
we have to because then we can forget it because it's natural that we would forget. So I would give the test, then again try to revise it
okay, okay.
once a week or
And
like this. Once, yeah.
yes, and one more quick question adding to this. So when did you complete your entire chapter-wise solving of the questions?
Mm, I think so. End of September. I completed all the chapter question banks till end of the September. There were some
Mhm.
question banks which I had left because I was feeling like they were little bore or like that. So I kept
Okay,
till the first week of October, second week. But major things I had completed them.
okay, okay. And then when we talk about the after September end, what were you doing? I mean, you were revising again the entire question bank.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, the
yeah.
entire
I
content.
was actually no, I was revising the content. I wasn't revising the question bank that because the question bank is vast and the portion is vast. So important is to revise the content more because end of the day you have to remember the content more. Question banks because these questions won't be repeated. So it was not senseful to go for the once again to revise the question bank. Yeah, the
Right.
sums which I had marked that they were hard, I revised
Hmm.
them. But otherwise, the easy one or the sums which were right, I didn't go for them. I was
Okay. So
revising
you
continuously the content.
revision plus question bank revision also you were doing it simultaneously.
Ha,
And so
simultaneously.
before the exam, before you went for mock, how many revision you had done for the book? And I'm assuming that you had read only Schweitzer. Did you refer any other book?
No, no, nothing. Only Shweta.
Okay. So how many Schweitzer reading you had completed before you went for mock?
I think so. Two or three, I can say. Two or three, full,
Full reading. Okay.
full readings.
So did you face any challenge with respect to liquidity to remember things, liquidity risk or investment management risk?
No, liquidity risk was fine, but I was getting a problem in operational risk.
Okay.
I wasn't
Okay.
able to recollect the things which I had read.
Hmm.
Even after, if suppose if I read today, but after two
Hmm.
or 3 weeks, we would uh, forget it basically. So it was quite difficult for operational risk.
Got it. Got it. Got it. And then, with respect to mock papers, what was the average score you were getting and how many mock papers you solved?
I had solved four mock papers and the average score I was getting is 50.
Out of
I
80,
was
50
able to
score.
solve. Yeah,
Okay.
I was able to get average 50, 43, 45, 50, 53 like that.
Okay. And these are
I
all
wasn't below
Fintelligent
40.
mocks. Okay. But
Yeah,
these are all
all
Fintelligent
intelligent
mocks.
mocks.
And did
Yes,
you solve GARP
intelligent
sample
mocks.
paper?
Yeah, I had solved the GARP also and I had got around 51.
So now when you went for the exam, first of all, what was the difference between the preparation for level 2 and level 1?
Level 1 was mentally challenging more and level 2
Okay.
was theory. The theory was more. So the we can say the syllabus was not that hard, but it was quite lengthy. Level 1 because it was new for me for cons. I was actually scared of cons and all these things.
Mhm.
So level 1 you can say it's more mentally it was more challenging. But
Okay.
level 2 you can crack it if you just follow the discipline or you go through it regularly. You can solve because there weren't many calculation sums also in level 2. The major
Right.
part is theory.
Theory. Now,
Only
when you
some
went
or
for
two market risk.
in one or two chapters, they have calculation, but very few. But when you went for the exam, that 4 hours exam, you started the exam. What happened in that first 1 hour?
So the major questions were very actually similar to Fintelligent mock because
Okay.
Fintelligent mocks were small. The questions weren't that big, and as it was same like the mock only. Questions weren't as big as they were as you were telling that the questions will come more long. You would find it difficult to solve it.
Hmm.
Questions was small, but they were quite tricky. You would
Hmm.
always face difficulty in two. You would eliminate two options, but the other two options you would find it difficult.
Difficult. Okay.
It was quite similar to intelligent. I mean, you can say why. Actually, it helped me because when I gave the mock, the questions were very similar to your mock. Just a
Okay.
little bit difficulty was high. The little difficulty was high. That's it.
Got it.
But if a
Got it.
person is solving your mock, it would be good for him.
Got it. Now, with respect to the total bifurcation between your quants and theory, how many quants and how many theory were there in your 80 question exam?
We can say around 50 to 55 were theory and 25 to 30 were, I
Quantitative.
think so, quantitative
So quant, you were able to do it properly in
calculation
the
based.
exam?
Yeah, calculation was uh, easy. It wasn't that hard. Only the theory questions were hard. You would always face difficulty in theory question. There were
Okay.
two or three calculation sums that were lengthy, or they would try to trick you or like that. But overall, you can solve if you have practiced.
Okay. Okay. And then, what was when you solved everything? So timing was an issue in level two?
No, timing was not that issue because we can say for one question we would get 2 minutes and 40 seconds. So timing was not that issue.
Hmm.
We can solve it before. I think before 4 hours only we would be able to complete it. Timing will not be that issue.
Got it. Got it. And when you came out of the exam, what was the average score that you had in mind out of 80? How many rights that you felt that I will be able to get?
So I was confident that I would get 40 till 40. I would be right, but I was scared that what would be the benchmark. Is 40
Correct.
basically if I get 40 I would be able to pass the exam or not, because I knew I would get 40 to 45 or like that, but I wasn't quite sure because they
Okay.
don't show the marks now. In level 1 we were able to see the marks, so you
Yes.
get that surety. I have cleared this benchmark, yeah, I would be clear, or you will get that feeling whether I have
Right.
cleared or not.
Right. And uh, so when the results came in, what are the quarters that you're getting now?
I think so. I had scored first quartile in market risk. Even actually, I was surprised that I scored first quartile in market risk and first quartile in operations. Actually, I had got third quartile in liquidity, and other two books I had second quartile.
And current issues also, second quarter.
No, second quartiles. I had got second quartile.
Okay, so all the major
I had got
books,
first quartile in market and operations.
market operations first quartile, credit investment second quartile, third quartile in
Second.
liquidity, and again second quartile in current
And
issues. All
second
right.
again current issues.
Okay, wonderful. So all of this, when the results came out, you cleared the exam. What was the reaction of people around you?
So actually, they were quite happy that I cleared the exam. And as usual, the result came late. They announced at 10, but the result
Hmm.
came at 12:30. So I was about to sleep, and I saw suddenly the messages on Telegram that yeah, the result has come out. And I once again saw it. And when I saw it, was actually happy that finally the hard work has paid off. I was quite happy and also
Wow.
emotional that finally so I am done with FRM. Now just I need experience to clear to get the certification.
Yes, yes, yes. And now, if somebody comes and asks you, give me three tips to clear FRM level two, what would be those three tips from your end?
Start from the first day only. Don't wait till if he's giving a November attempt, then
Hmm.
start from Feb only. Start a little bit, 1 hour a day, like that, like that. It's fine, but start early because what everyone does is they would always say, "There is more time. We'll do
Right.
afterwards. We'll start
Hmm.
from March. We'll start from April." But
Hmm.
after that, when we start doing all these things get pretty difficult and you won't be able to remember. So if you start
Right.
early, you would be able to remember the things. You would be more confident about the books.
Right. Okay. That is the
And
first step.
other,
What about others?
be disciplined whatever you are doing. That's it. And don't be afraid that I won't be able to solve, because it is easy. It's not like that hard. You would be able to clear if you do your work properly. That's it.
Okay. Okay. Wonderful. And I mean, I'm very happy on your success. I'm sure you will be able to do good work in the corporate side also as a career. And this FRM is going to be very helpful for your growth in the industry. And I'm sure this interview is going to be very helpful for a lot of other students to prepare for the exam because you cleared level one, level two both in first attempt, right? And being a
Yeah.
college student, okay, definitely you had faced your challenges, you had faced your problems, but still you were able to clear the
Yeah.
exam. So it is possible for
Yes.
everybody to clear the exam also. So thank you very much, Harsh, I
Yes.
mean, for taking out time and talking to us and sharing your journey. Thank you.
Thank you.